Prime Television, Zambia. I am your host. My name is Kelvin Dabula Chifokolu. As advertised, others have said it is an apology, and others are saying it is a mockery. We want to understand whether it is a genuine apology or it is a mockery, as we have seen others rejecting the apology that has been rendered. My guest on Matters Arising tonight is Kavushi, Member of Parliament, former Lusaka Province Minister. He goes by the name Bowman Lusambo, aka the Bulldozer. Sir, good evening and welcome to Matters Arising.
Good evening, comrade, and good evening, viewers out there. I'm happy to be here.
How is it going?
We are going strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a statement that is circulating on social media. The first question is, are you the one who has authored it, or is it coming from Bowman Lusambo, or there is someone who hacked your page and posted something?
Thank you very much, comrade, and viewers out there. I've been taken aback with the sentiment which have been coming out there concerning the posting or the statement on my Facebook. That is my official Facebook, and when you see a statement like that, definitely it has to come from me. There's no one who can hack my page and post that type of statement. I would have reacted by now. But it's a statement which is coming from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, it is my statement.
Thank you so much. Now that we've established that it is your statement, because we've seen people that have distanced themselves. I've seen people that have distanced themselves. Not that Honorable Lusambo has distanced himself, but there are people that have posted, let alone they come say, no, I don't have anything to do with that statement. No wonder I wanted us first of all to establish if at all indeed the Honorable has got anything to do with that statement. Thank you so much. We have read the statement, and it is you've used plural. There's too much we, and the question that I have is, who are the we?
Yeah, the statement, yes, the way it is, it's a statement which it is representing my feelings and the people around me. It's not just a statement which has just come from without. It is a statement which has come after wider consultation. We have been sitting with chiefs, we have been sitting with men and women of God, we have been sitting with my family, we have been sitting with my wife to review and talk about the issues around the political fraternity. So the we, there are a lot of people involved. My family, men and women of God, and my wife. Yeah.
Let's talk about the second paragraph. You've acknowledged that your criticism that the UPND overpromised during elections campaign, our heavy-handed approach to our politics has been driven by a clear conviction that Zambia deserves better and can and should be better. The current leadership that we have, is it better, or you continue to say they deserve better and the PF were a better party that was governing the country?
You know, I want to quote my words from the statement. You know, we are in the political fraternity, and in this political fraternity, we get mandate from the people of Zambia. And when we get the mandate from the people of Zambia, as a democratic country, our system is a 5-year tenure, and I want to judge the better and the failures of the current government after the end of their 5-year tenure. So for me, I don't want to say better PF, better UPND. What I want to say is we want the people of Zambia to be the winners. In which way? We want development to reach all parts of this country. The reason why we seek public office is to uplift the living standard of our people in many sectors, okay? Infrastructure, schools, hospitals, roads, name it. So the better will come in at the end of the 5-year term, which the people of Zambia, they have given to our colleagues who are governing this country now.
You've said after sitting with men, women of God, family members, the clergy, Royal Highnesses, then you've come to the conclusion of reflecting and giving this apology. Can we say you have been made to apologize because of people that have spoken to your life, the men and women of God, or the Royal Highnesses say, stop what you're doing and can you do this, but out of your own conscience, you are saying, I'm doing the right thing?
It's out of my own conscience. And also, I'm not an island. I'm a man who gets advice from other people. And when you receive this advice, you have to put it into consideration. You move things which are not making sense, and you remain with things which are making sense. And after putting all the submission, all the advice which came from different individuals, and I came to realize that, okay, there's a substance in what they have been saying. And I said, okay, so these people are thinking like this, my wife, she's thinking like this, and other people are thinking like this, and me, I'm a servant of the people. So when I get a feedback, definitely after analyzing that feedback, I have to make a decision.
So this is a personal decision, not that you were made to apologize by maybe the pastors, bishops, or maybe the Royal Highnesses. But it is coming from you. It is a personal conviction. It's a personal. After going through what people have been advising, then you've come to the conclusion, say, okay, I can do better.
No, it's a personal. It's a personal decision, and you know, there's a part which I have said in that statement that His Excellency the President part is there, and also the other part from me. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. And Honorable, we are going to dwell on what you've written in trying to expand or clarify.
Why do you need a clarification?
Yeah, because you know, in this country we are known to misinterpret what somebody has written,
which is very bad.
Yes.
And the most important thing is the statement is there, the message is there.
Yes.
Is the message okay?
Yes.
Okay. Don't. The messenger. Talk about the message.
Yes, and
it's the message. It's the message.
And we are going to dwell on the message.
Yeah.
In paragraph 5, you've said we will allow our colleagues to enjoy and fully execute their mandate. We engage in matters that only go to develop the nation. We will not dwell on name calling, character assassination, and tribal divisiveness. Our approach henceforth shall be civil, fortified on facts, and delivered with the full sincerity on the needs for the nation building. Let's talk about name calling. Have you been calling people names and now you've realized that this is not the right way?
Yes, I've done that. I've been attacking President Hakainde Hichilema as an individual. I've been
in a bad way or in a good way?
In a bad way. I've been doing that. Yeah, I've been doing that.
And so you are promising or you are pledging that moving forward, no more name calling?
Yeah, moving forward, you know, we have said that we are opening up a new page, okay, the new way of doing politics. You know, I'm from the grassroots. I started politics at a tender age, and I've been graduating, okay? And from that, I was given an opportunity to stand in Kawishi constituency, where I'm serving up to now as an MP, as a minister, and from here, my destiny is not just to be a minister who knows, maybe God has other plans for me going forward. So we want to open up a new page. We don't want, when we are on the podium, soliciting for presidential votes when that time comes. Then people say, you did this to President Hakainde Hichilema, you did this to President Rungu, you did this to President Rupia Banda, you did. We want to open up a new page, the way of doing politics of civil, not name calling, no character assassination. That I've been doing. I've been doing that.
So you've assassinated people character
exactly.
in this country?
Yes, I've done that.
And you've realized that it's not a good thing?
Yes, I've realized that.
Is it not how politics are supposed to be played, where you go for people's names, you character assassinate them, you name call them, then you are making a name? Is it not the politics that we expose in this country?
Politics have changed. Politics now, they are dynamic and scientific. They have changed, okay? And the people we are dealing with the people who are open now. We are dealing with young men and women who are with the technology, the 21st century. So we need to change the approach of doing politics. So for us, yes, we want to give our colleagues to execute their mandate, the full mandate, which the people of Zambia gave them. I think they are now they're remaining with 4 years or under 3+, and we want them to work. At the end of the day, we are going to judge them. Are they, if they have delivered to the expectation of the people, and going forward, you see what I mean? So for us, we want to give them an opportunity to work for the people of Zambia.
Let's talk about tribal divisiveness. We have been told in this country that we are one Zambia, one nation. Even Bowman Lusambo from the Lambaland can be a minister, and he was a minister. Someone from Southern Province can be a minister. Dr. Edfai Amugali was a minister. Members, we are all inclusive, and we have intermarried. The issue of tribal divisiveness, is it something that the Budos also practiced?
I did not do that, but it is there on the political fraternity. In the political fraternity, it is there, and what we want to see going forward, Zambia has several tribes, and we want to respect one tribe. I'm Lamba. I'm not Bemba. I'm Lamba. I'm from Pongwe, Copperbelt Province, but I've mingled with other tribes, Tongas, Lozes, our subjects, you see, so, and many others. My wife, she's from Mchinga Province. So we want to promote this one Zambia, one nation motto to be 100% strong in our country. If we bring in tribe, it will be very bad, and it will divide this country. And we have been appealing to President Hakainde Hichilema on that score. And for me, I would want to see a politician on the political scene, not a tribe person, you see what I mean? Because when we go out, there's no one who has been identified as a Bowman Lamba person. All of us have been identified as Zambians. So we want this issue of a tribal talk to be the things of the past.
You've said you've not practiced tribal divisiveness, but you've acknowledged that this is there in the political arena. As a politician, indeed, you've said in your preamble that you've been growing from a diehard, you've given an opportunity to stand representing the people in parliament, and went further to represent Copperbelt as a provincial minister, Lusaka also as a provincial minister. As a politician, how do you feel when you see your fellow politicians practicing tribal politics? And in moving forward, how is it? How will be your approach when you see people practicing tribal politics?
I feel very bad because in Zambia today, the only tribe which has managed to accommodate the entire tribes in our country is Lambas. When you go to the Copperbelt province, we don't see people speaking our language, our Lamba, in town or in working places, because we have accepted that Zambia is for all of us. It's one Zambia, one nation. So as Lamba, I want to see this thing of tribal remarks to come to an end, because if as Lambas we want it to be a tribe, I assure you that today we divided this country, because the minerals or natural resources which has built Zambia and many other towns or countries in southern Africa is from the Copperbelt province. And when you go to the Copperbelt province, the owners of these natural resources, some of them, in fact most of them, they live below average. So for us as Lambas, we believe in one Zambia, one nation. So I feel very bad when we see people practicing politics on tribal lines, and we want to end this type of politics in our country going forward. In your preamble, you told me that we have seen a lot of intermarriages, Tongas marrying Bembas, Lambas marrying Bembas, Lozes marrying other tribes as well. By doing that, we were diffusing tribalism. We wanted this country to be 100% one Zambia, one nation. Because if we are not careful, this thing of tribal remarks, a tribal issue on the political scene, it will cause the vice to go in our houses, and it will be very sad to see happening in our country. Yeah.
In case this is when you are joining us, this is Matters Arising edition of this week, and my guest is Kavushi, Member of Parliament, Bowman Lusambo. This is, I've seen people, you who are commenting on social media, you are asking, yes, this is Bowman Lusambo, the bulldozer. There is nothing that has happened. He remains Kavushi, lawmaker. Let's go to the issue of CDF. You've said our primary focus will now be on serving the people of Kavushi with the new CDF module. We believe working together with our people in Kavushi, we can deliver sustainable solution to the problems that continue to plague us in our constituency. You are on record. There was a picture that was making rounds of video on social media disagreeing that you don't need 25.7 in Kavushi. All you need is 1.6. What is it that has changed now?
There is nothing that has changed. Even now, we'll be pushing for that money, the 27.5 million kwacha to come to Kavushi constituency, because the people of Kavushi constituency, they need that money.
Why have you accepted now?
No, even then we accepted that.
But you said the money was too much.
It was too much money, which was doing a lot of things which the central government was supposed to do. That was our bone of contention. It was not that we were saying this money, it's not needed in our constituencies. No, we wanted the central government to do their responsibility, and us as members of parliament to do the supporting works in the constituencies of drainage and blocking of drainages and the small works in the constituencies. Now that the Constituency Development Fund has been increased to 27.5 million, and they have given us a lot of responsibility which the central government was supposed to do. Okay, so our argument was not about the money. It was about the responsibilities which will come with that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the money is still okay, and the people of Kavushi are excited. about the increase?
The figure is very attractive, very attractive. But we want that money to come so that we can continue developing our constituency, the Kabushi constituency. Now that I'm a full-time Kabushi constituency member of parliament, like previous when I was a minister and an MP, I had to divide my time as a minister and also as an MP. But this time I have 100% time to focus on the projects in my constituency. Yeah.
Let's move on. You've written something. This is in should be in paragraph 5 or 6. It is evident that President Hichilema and his government have inflicted pain on me and my family. We forgive him wholeheartedly, and we don't hold any grudges. In the same token, we know that some of our actions and words may have injured the head of state and the first family. From the deepest part of our hearts, we apologize and seek his forgiveness. We wish to turn a new page in our approach to politics, and our first point of call is for us to make peace with all those we may wronged in our previous manner of conducting politics. Let's talk about the pain. The president and his government have caused the Lusambo family pain.
Yeah, that is my statement, and that is the position which is coming from me. And because of that, we want to open up a new page, both with the president and other people also. You know, presidents is an institution, and there are people who work with the president, and sometimes it is not a president actually who can inflict pain directly on the Lusambo, but the people around the presidency. They'll say, ah, Lusambo, this is what you are doing to our president. I will fix you, okay? But we work in the name of the president. All of us, as we are executing executive duties, we work in the name of the president. Even me, as a member of parliament, I work in the name of the president. When you go to parliament, we swear to pay allegiance to the Republican president. So that pain, it was there, and it's still there, and that's why we have said we have forgiven the president, and we are apologizing for the words which we have used in the past, which is very true. There was words which I was using, like this is not the cow, this is I used different words. You know, I know that the president is just a human being like me, so definitely when he was receiving those words, he was saying, why is Bowman saying all these things? Yeah.
You've apologized to the president, the first family, and you've went ahead, the honorable, and I appreciate you that also the people that work with the president or the office of the presidency. But on a lighter note and on a serious note also, any words to the police officers? No,
that was not a police officer. That was SEC officer, not so
the SEC officers in Sabatiam Kamwala, any apology to them?
I indicated in my paragraph there other people whom I've
including SEC,
including that officer called Suwakwe, because that statement, it affected him, maybe even his family. So it was a bad statement coming from me. Yes.
And
yes.
You regret and you
apologize? Yes.
We remain resolved to support President Hichilema's fight against corruption. We believe this fight is noble and intended to help develop Zambia. If there are any resources that belong to Zambian people and may have been looted, they should be recovered and rechanneled for the benefit of all. Not long ago, Kabushi, Member of Parliament, is on record saying this is not a fight against corruption. This is not a fight against corruption. This is personal fights. If
you go down my statement, you will get the view of the Kabushi Member of Parliament concerning the fight against corruption. For me, the fight against corruption is a noble thing to do as a country, not only for President Hakainde Hichilema, but for all of us. Okay, we should fight this vice as a nation. We should not leave this fight against corruption to the executive alone. We need to fight this vice and uproot the roots of corruption away from our country, and we want this fight to be transparent, not a political fight, not persecution. That is not what the people of Zambia wants to see. We want the fight against corruption to be a genuine fight, and we are going to support this fight against corruption. And I will be number one to support the fight against corruption, because corruption is bad. Corruption, it is bad. Even me, if I'm in court, if the courts find that yes, Bowman, you are corrupt, when you are working as Lusaka provincial minister, there were some funds which went missing. When we are working as a Copperbelt provincial minister, there were funds which went missing. Or Bowman, there was a contract which you had in government, and you had to disadvantage government or people's money through this